But Hector, I want Kid Rock to be there at halftime, damn it. Where's Morgan Wallen?
I don't even have a comeback.
Where's damn Jelly Roll? I said this morning. I was like, yo, I kind of want to record something on this. And then I hit you up. I was like, you want to do something tonight? Because I feel like all the anger is going to happen like throughout the day. And as expected, we're going to share some stuff. And we're going to laugh at a lot of it. But first of all, our reactions to this. I was pleasantly surprised just because you don't expect one of our people to get this kind of honor. But Jay-Z, Rock Nation, who is still handling this, Real Recognize Real, and Bad Bunny is just, he's out of here. Like he is out of here. So I felt a bunch of different things, but what were your initial takeaways from when this announcement just sort of hit your phone, and then obviously absorbing the reaction since?
When I saw because I was at the stadium since 9 o'clock in the morning for like the Yankees Red Sox media day open practice that they had. So when my news feed, like my TikTok feed, I think got it last night or early this morning. And immediately I went on Twitter to see the reaction because I curate my TikTok for you to make sure that it follows a certain algorithm. So those videos weren't hitting me. So I was like, let me go on Twitter, knock on wood. Let me go on X to see what it is. And seeing the outrage, I wasn't surprised. I was expecting it. I was definitely expecting it. And you brought up Jay-Z, and at the end of the day, Bryan, it's a business, right? Bad Bunny is the #1 streaming artist for the past 3 years in a row. Bad Bunny, not only Bad Bunny, but the Latino diaspora, they have a spending power of $5 trillion. I mean, globally, the Latino diaspora. Bad Bunny alone, his residency in Puerto Rico generated the Puerto Rican economy in excess of $700 million. It was sold out every day. Sorry, Bryan. I just throw out the numbers real quick. My apologies.
Top #1 streaming artist for 3 straight years. Not leading up to this year, although he's been in the top 3-5, basically. We'll see where the 2025 numbers are, because given the residency, the album, like this announcement, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Even in the year where Taylor Swift is about to drop, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he's #1 again. And I'm somebody who I don't listen to music based off of numbers. Like, I don't give a shit about numbers, but his music specifically, and I don't know how much of we're going to talk about his actual music here, but obviously we're both fans. It's legitimately gotten better and better and better. Like when he first came out, or when he first started popping on people's radars, depending on where you were when it hit you, could be 10 years ago, could be slightly longer, a little bit less. For a lot of people I know, probably might be a little bit less. But within the last decade or so, you can hear refinement in his sound. You could hear the sound has gotten just better, more refined, more expensive, for sure. In terms of the production that goes into it, in terms of the sampling is not cheap, absolutely not cheap. You're sampling hits, like legendary, like classics from back in the day.
Give me 1 second. Somebody's knocking on my door. Give me 1 second.
And ultimately, you have somebody whose sound continues to get better and better, who's dropping albums that just sound better, more concise, all these different things. And on top of that, like, and this is something that we're going to get into, a lot of people, as Hector comes back, a lot of people were complaining about, no surprise, and we'll put up some comments, because salute to everybody in the chat, as always. Drop donations, comments, we're going to get to them. No surprise to me that a lot of the takeaway from certain people was, this is the NFL, this is the Super Bowl, the halftime show should be in English. Bad Bunny speaks Spanish predominantly, although his English has gotten much better. Frankly, his English is better than my Spanish. My Spanish is, You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like unleashing it a lot in person, but I can speak it, but it's just not, it's not great. But regardless, a lot of Bad Bunny fans don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Because every music is universal. You
Hmm.
know slap when you hear it, and you know a star when you see one. He's undoubtedly a star, and he makes bangers. And anyone could hear, especially over the last couple of albums, over the last 5 years or so, and even going back to his collaboration with like J Balvin, and even before that, you hear certain songs, you're like, oh, this is a banger, this is a banger, this is a banger, even though you don't have like you need to like see what the lyrics mean, some of
Hmm.
it, right? So like that's just sort of where I'm at with it. Before we look up tweets, I wanted to just get your take on that piece of it as well.
No, 100%. And shout out to everybody who's in the building. My man, the Ace Avenue Futures here as well. Daniel's here. Marlins fan 32. To your point, when it comes to us New Yorkers, we have a very unique connection when it comes to like the our native tongue to in Puerto Rico, right? When it comes to speaking Spanish, a lot of us are no sabo kids. A lot of us grow up, and I can admit that,
You
right?
should you
But
should tell certain people who don't know what that
yeah,
means.
a no sabo kid is what they call like Puerto Ricans that are from the mainland, like us, that don't speak Spanish. But as somebody who grew up understanding it, understanding it, because my grandmother and my mom spoke to
Same,
me, it was just hard for me to speak it back because I never
same.
practiced
A
it.
lot of us
A lot of
understand,
us
but have a
understand
hard
it
time putting
perfectly,
the
but it's
sentences
hard
together.
for us to like talk about. And on top of it too, it's like when I'm talking in Spanish, I'm thinking in English, and that's where I get
Right,
caught up at.
right.
But as somebody who listens to Bad Bunny, and I
Same.
let my Spotify DJ, he comes at me every time when I play it, because he's like, "We're gonna play you some Bad Bunny just to let you know you're in the top 2% of Bad Bunny listeners in the world." I'm like, just read me the film, just tell me I'm obsessed with this man because I love Bad Bunny. But as somebody who's grown fondness for Benito over the years, my Spanish has gotten better because I've listened to Bad Bunny, and because I've wanted to read his lyrics and see what he's actually saying.
All right, now let's share some screen. Let's do the tweets first. Let's do some
Go
tweets
ahead.
first. Let's do some tweets first. So we're gonna start in the obvious place of give me a drum roll. Just give me a bullshit drum roll. DJ Vlad.
I did not see this.
Okay. All right. This is great. This is awesome. DJ Vlad, Bad Bunny headlining. Hold on. Let me move this over so I can see the chat also. See how this looks on the screen. Okay, that's fine. We'll move it over here a little bit more. Okay, that's good. Bad Bunny headlining the Super Bowl is strange to me. I'm glad he's getting such a huge opportunity, but none of his songs are in English, and I don't speak Spanish. Most of the audience at the Super Bowl won't speak Spanish. Only 14% of Americans speak Spanish, which is crazy because Spanish is like a widely spoken language in the United States. But anyway, so most of the television audience won't know or understand his songs either. I disagree with that. I can see him doing a major event like FIFA or the World Cup. Is that racist? Where there is a massive Spanish audience, but the Super Bowl doesn't make sense. It seems like the NFL is trying to expand its Latino audience at the expense of existing fans. What are your thoughts? See, I think if your fans can't handle Spanish, can't handle a show in a different language, then I think that says something about your fan base.
What I'm going to say about this is people are telling on themselves,
Yes.
right? It's reminiscence of, you remember when Stephen A. Smith is known for saying a bunch of dumb shit over the past few years. But when Stephen A. Smith said that Shohei Ohtani cannot be the face of Major League
Mm.
Baseball because this is an American pastime and he does not speak English, it's giving that same type of energy. And somebody like DJ Vlad from Vlad TV, with the history of bigotry in America, with everything that comes with it, with his family's background, for him to point out that he doesn't speak English, or his songs aren't in English, you're telling on yourself.
He does speak English though. Like that's the thing too. Like he just did Hot Ones. Sean Evans wasn't speaking to him in Spanish, like the entire interview. You know what I mean? Like he's doing more. Like he's learned English, and Granted, yes, the majority of his songs, like, you're not going to hear an English word. So what?
Mm-hmm.
Again, music is universal. A banger is a banger, and you know it when you hear it. This dude has bangers, Super Bowl level bangers, and songs that have like hundreds of millions. Man, we could pull up the Spotify numbers if we want. There are songs, every song on this album has like hundreds of millions of views. There's probably some in the billions in terms of not views, streams. People purchase these albums too, like they're not just streaming them. Um, let's get to some more. There's just ridiculous. Oh, this is something. Actually, you know what? We'll get to that part to that a little bit later. We also have.
Look, so like right there, that person, you have enough time to learn Spanish before the Super Bowl. That person, right, that replied to him, the first person that replied to him,
and
it's true.
You also don't have to just come into the Super Bowl with an open mind. It's bangers, bro. This is not a halftime show only for Isaiah Pacheco. You know what I mean? Like, if he's even in the Super Bowl, I don't know if the Chiefs are going to get that far. Dove Kleiman, this account is awful. Whoever they sold it to is terrible. But trending, thousands of NFL fans have already said they will be boycotting the Super Bowl halftime show. That's bullshit. No, you're not. You love football too much. You know, y'all love football too much to ban.
that was too good, bro.
To ban the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not my quarterback. Not my quarterback.
Not my Super Bowl halftime show, Hector. Unless the NFL changes the singer from Bad Bunny to an American performer. Again, this is telling on yourself. Puerto Ricans, even though it's colonialism, damn it, we're American also. Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, and the songs are primarily in Spanish, minimal English. And they posted this photo of him in a dress.
First of all, that dress is fire. Second of all, those boots are fire. And third off, it's not our fault that Puerto Rico is a part of the empire. We did not ask to be born in the empire.
Yeah. This is inevitable. This is always the counter. This gif, right? This not gif, a meme right here of all these
neckbeards.
Shout out to the neckbeard. Speaking of, let's laugh a little bit. Actually, let's laugh at this. This is from, what's this guy's name? Brent Terhune, who I believe is a comedian, and he looks like he'd be one of them, but he's not. He spoofs them a lot. This is hilarious.
I've seen this. I've seen this guy. Yeah, I've seen this guy.
I hope y'all could hear this. Tell me if you hear the sound.
So they named Bad Bunny the Super Bowl halftime show, and in the most predictable outrage ever, I'm pissed off. I mean, I'm mad. I'm a Category 5 Alex Jones. You know, year after year, NFL, you just keep messing up with these shows, and you should know better. You know I'm fragile. You should know that if the wind blows the wrong way, I'll boycott the breeze. It's in my nature. I was going to boycott this season anyway. I've been boycotting every year for the last 10 years, and I'm not quiet about it. I made it known. And then what do you stop doing? You stop catering to somebody like me, a guy who wasn't going to watch anyway. This is ridiculous. Nothing's for me anymore. I'm a straight white English speaking American man, and if 15 minutes out of the year isn't directly for me, I'm pissed off. I'm not happy unless I'm mad. And did you know Bad Bunny's not even from the United States? I bet not. That means something, being from the United States. Just ask The Weeknd, Rihanna, and Coldplay. You know, at least when you brought in a foreigner, Shakira had the decency to have a big fat ass for everybody to look at. You done messed up now, NFL. Here's a little preview of my review this year's.
This part is awesome, where he basically does, like, this is exactly what you're going to hear after the halftime show, or really as it's going on. Just like how we could have had this conversation before the last Super Bowl, and we could predict what the response is going to be from a bunch of people about Kendrick Lamar. Another great halftime show, by the way. Loved it.
Super Bowl 4 months in advance. That halftime show, that was demonic. It was gay. It was anti-ice. It was unpatriotic. It was too sexual. It made me think. I couldn't understand a word he was saying, and he didn't speak no English.
America.
I'm done with you, NFL. Fuck the NFL and go Colts. Epstein files.
I have
Shout out to Brett. That was great.
no, that's hilarious. But the thing is that Bad Bunny has some like English versions of his songs. I have one. If you can, like, cue it up for me. If you can, don't worry. Like, he has one ready for you guys to go. I got it right here. Hold on.
She's coming over here and she never comes alone. She never comes alone. All the bandits are whipping out their chrome. And tonight there's gonna be twerking, rubbing, grinding, clubbing, twerking, rubbing, grinding, clubbing.
When I post the clip, that's what I'm gonna post. Honestly, like that's what it's gonna be. Not a ton of enunciation, but it is what it is.
No, honestly, I gotta say, when you messaged me about doing this, at first I was like, I've been at the state. I've been up since like 7:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make time to have this conversation because, like you said in the voice note, and I'm going to say it here and you can add on to it.
Sure.
It's important for us as Latinos, us as Boricuas in sports media to have this conversation because we understand that the state of where we are at in this place that we live in right now, especially when it comes to us being Latinos, there's a big melting pot. I wouldn't say a melting pot, but there's a lot of members of the Latino community that aren't able to have these conversations like we're having these conversations, right? There's a lot of people, dark-skinned Latinos, a lot of LGBTQ members of the of our community as well that can't have these conversations. I feel that it's important for us to have it, so I appreciate you, Bryan.
But Hector, I want Kid Rock to be there at halftime, damn it. Where's Morgan Wallen?
I don't even have a comeback.
Where's goddamn Jelly Roll?
Oh, man.
By the way, somebody said should have been Metallica, and I'm like, look, I love Metallica. Legitimately, like you want to talk about a rock acts that deserve it, like legendary metal acts that deserve it. We could talk about this. Just if you want to say Bad Bunny is not deserving, that's bullshit. We're gonna get into some reasons why. One more tweet. Buckle up, folks. Benny Johnson.
God.
If you don't know who this is, you're better off. This is Bad Bunny. He was announced as a 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Massive Trump hater, anti-ICE activist, no songs in English. He even canceled his entire U.S. tour for this reason. Quote, fucking ICE could be outside my concert, and that's something that we were talking about and was very concerned about. The NFL is destructing year after year. Now, this leads me to this point. I do think that with this concert, because again, the entire residency was in PR, the tour for the album, all these different things. What I think, Hector, is we're going to get a statement. And he's using the Super Bowl because, well, one, a lot of the people that are going to be there are football fans. Like they're not going specifically for Bad Bunny. And I bet some people will now, but they're not going there specifically for Bad Bunny. Some of them, they're going to be going for the football game, whoever's in it, you know? And I think that, like Kendrick Lamar, there will be a way to make a statement that is creative, that may be a little bit more subtle just because you got to play the game a little bit. But I think as Astrid says in the comments, I do think there's going to be intention with what he's going to do. I think this is going to be one where, because listen, he speaks out on a lot of different things. He responded to Tony Hinchcliffe calling Puerto Rico garbage with a 10-minute Instagram video, and I don't watch 10-minute Instagram videos. That's probably the only 10-minute Instagram video I've watched ever, because I hate watching verticals for that long. I just can't watch verse for that long. I just can't do it. But like, yo, I do think there's going to be a lot of different types of messaging here. I think the playlist is going to be carefully crafted. Like, and I think there's going to be, like, visually, it's going to be beautiful. There's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be just for us either, right? Like, I do think other people, if you're open-minded, will be able to enjoy it. But there's going to be some people who are preemptively going to hate it just because, you know, it's not their halftime show.